Today I'm showing you a couple pieces that I recently sewed up over the past month of April as part of my spring / early summer clothing collection that I'm slowly building up as a beginner-ish sewist. Stay tuned, I'm about to break it all down. Welcome back to Dining Creativity, or welcome if this is your first time joining me. I am so glad that you're here. This is my channel all about sewing pattern reviews, detailing some pieces of my own sewing journey, the highs, the lows, and a little bit in between. Thank you again for watching, and let me go ahead and just jump right into this video for today. The first piece that I'm actually going to show you is right behind me, and it is this very cute 1940s vintage top that I saw and fell in love with. If you haven't watched my channel before, then you may not know, but I am such a big fan of anything retro or vintage inspired. I do like sometimes a little modernized twist to it, but when I saw this pattern, I really had to scoop it up. I think I got it from Joann Fabrics when they had everything marked down to $1.99, all of the simplicity patterns. This is S9538. And it comes in 3 different views. You know, this top went through a couple different iterations, if you will. I originally wanted to start out with view C, but then I moved it on over to view A. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter too much because the, I guess, base of this pattern can fit all 3 tops. I am gonna make this shirt again, but this was a very lightweight cotton that I got from Mood Fabric online. It was so great to sew with. It is, as I've shared, very lightweight, and it will be perfect for the warm summer months. Now, I did go ahead and make a couple of modifications to this pattern. I just can't seem to follow a pattern to a T. There's always a couple tweaks I want to make. What I did here, as you can see, it did not call for any elastic band at the waist, but I really want to wear this with shorts. I don't necessarily foresee myself tucking it in with anything, and so I wanted to create this little elastic band around the waist that could be kind of fluffed up a little bit, create some more body around the top. And then one thing in utilizing this pattern is that it does give you the finished garment measurements. I did look at this after I had already cut the pattern pieces out, and I cut out my usual size, which, to be honest, would have been too big in my opinion for me. And so I ended up sewing in the pleats down the front, which, if you know me, you know I am about that pleat life, and I just think it really adds a little bit of visual interest, but also can function as a way to take garments in. And so it really worked out well. As you can see on the back, there are also pleats down the back, which again, in my opinion, makes it look a little bit more polished, but it has that dual function of taking the top in. The last modification that I did is, and when I make this top a second time, because I definitely will, highly recommend, especially if you're newer to sewing, very easy top to sew. One of the hardest parts was the gusset, but that was mainly because I have never inserted a gusset into a top before. But with that being said, it did call for elastic around the armband. I opted out of that because, as you can see, the sleeves are very short, and to try to also add elastic, I wasn't necessarily about that this go round. Instead, I like the way the sleeves are just open and airy. I think it's gonna be really nice for the really warm months, not having anything tight around the arm. But I could definitely see how that would add so much to the top and would be very cute. So next time I make it, of course, I will probably do it to a T, but still maybe even add the elastic waistband, because to me that makes it easy to throw on. You don't have to worry about tucking it in. etc., etc. So this was look number one. Really highly recommend. Again, simplicity, S9538. Gotta love a retro, gotta love vintage. The next piece that I recently finished is actually what I'm wearing. And this piece is the Butterick B6675 wrap dress. I have made this, I believe, 3 times at this point, and I really enjoy it. I find it to be a very straightforward pattern. It is very easy to make modifications. I am not super into asymmetrical hemlines. I think, of course, they're cute, but for me, I really wanted just the straight hemline, and so opted out of the asymmetrical. But this is actually, I believe, view C, or it's view A without the ruffles around the front. I have made it with the ruffles before with a very silky fabric and really enjoyed how it turned out. The couple of modifications that I did for this piece were I had to add a snap, which is a very easy fix, but without it, it would just stay too open, and I really needed it to stay closed for where and what I want to use this dress for. But I used this kind of silky, I believe, charmeuse fabric that I also got from Mood Fabric online. It is just that beautiful tie-dye, very lightweight fabric that I think you could wear with sandals in the summer to go run out and grab lunch, or go to some, I don't know, daytime baby shower, bridal shower, something of that nature. But it could also be dressed up. You could wear a blazer over it for work. It is a multi-purpose dress, in my opinion, and I am a big fan. I really, really liked it a lot. And of course, how gorgeous is the fabric? I mean, again, this is from Mood Fabric. I got it on sale, and it was great to sew with. So I would highly recommend both the fabric, but also the pattern. Can't go wrong. For this next pattern, as well as the final product, come on with me to take a step back in time. This past weekend, on a whim, I bought this pattern, and I am so happy that I did. It was marked down to $1.99 at Joann Fabrics, which you can't beat that. And it is a 1970s vintage style apron dress. It was so easy to sew. It is literally one piece, okay, that you cut out, and it took probably 4 hours to put the whole thing together and sew it up. I added a couple lace details, which of course added on a little bit of time, but this was such a fun pattern to work with. I can foresee myself actually making a winter garment with this. This is kind of the idea that I'm working with right now, and that is getting a lightweight wool fabric, wearing even a white button down underneath it with some bright colored stockings. So like fuchsia colored stockings or something of that nature, and like Mary Jane's for the shoes. I just envision that outfit in my head. I can't get it out of my mind. But for now, I am so excited about this piece. Now, let's be honest, I know that it probably isn't going to be for everyone, and that's okay. No one else necessarily has to put it on their body, but I really love it so much. As you can see, it's got that patchwork fabric. It is made out of cotton canvas. And what I did is go ahead and add some lace applique or detail around the individual squares to create a little contrast, a little more visual interest. Even though the pattern is busy, the pattern of the fabric is busy, which this pattern, this fabric is called Festive, Summer Festive, I believe, and it is from Mood Fabrics. I did think that the lace kind of breaks it up just a tad, but it really does. I mean, it looks like an apron, but it is for sure an apron dress. I love the crisscross around the front. How cute is that? Does that not just add a little something? And then let me show you the back really quickly. Please ignore my fabric stash in the background over there. This is the back. It is a really nice, ample wrap dress, so you don't have to worry about a breeze showing the world what you don't want them to see, and it is very comfortable. It is adjustable. I went ahead and sized down in cutting this pattern out. If I would have gone with my regular size, it would have been a medium, but I'm starting to catch on a little bit here. And thanks to a couple helpful comments that I've received, as well as some trial and error in sewing these pieces up, I have realized that there is a lot of ease in all of these big four patterns. So I'm now just embracing cutting out the pattern pieces in a size down from what the back of the package actually shows. I'm so glad that I am, because now I'm getting a product that is much better fitting for my body, instead of having to take it in all these little places or even rework it sometimes. But this was my 1970s curtain dress that I cannot wait to wear. I'm going home to visit my family here soon, and I can already foresee this is my girls' day dress when I hang out with my mom. I can't wait. Last but not least, you may have already seen this one before, but I had to bring it back into the mix. I have a whole video dedicated to this dress because it was my first ever pattern merge. So if you want to see all the full details, please feel free to go check it out. But this was a beautiful, bright, fun, kind of retro inspired floral fabric that I also got from Mood, ordered it online. And what I did was merge together these two patterns, New Look, both by New Look. The skirt is 6346, the top was 6678, to make this very cute, kind of modernized yet still retro inspired dress. Very fun to sew. One is rated easy, and I would say that it was easy to sew it up. But for more information, not to just belabor all of this information about this dress, but if you want the full scoop, then please feel free to check out that previous video that I did. This sums up the couple pieces that I made in April. It has been a very busy month, so I have not been able to sew as much as I want to, but I'm still trying to make time when I can, and I look forward to making more videos. Please feel free to share with me, what are you working on currently, and what have been your favorite patterns to use? I'm always interested to hear. Again, thanks for being here. Thank you for watching. Be well and happy creating.